this weekend we also had Notre Dame and Miami on Sunday night. So Notre Dame ended up losing to Miami 24-27. Let's talk about, some of the stars of the game. Carson Beck, right? Everything has been said about him, but at the end of the day, he ended with 205 passing yards and two touchdowns. He almost had one interception, but it ended up being one of the craziest catches I've ever seen
Yeah.
by CJ Daniels. So
Yep.
just an electric play. Yeah. What about his wide receivers though, right? He had a honorable mention freshman Malachi Tony, right?
Hmm.
Um he had 6 catches for 82 yards and one touchdown. So he's somebody we definitely got to keep our eye on this season.
Right.
They had a decent run game with 119 rush yards. Granted, the game plan definitely changed in the second half. Their, MO was definitely to run the ball on the
Yeah.
ground, keep the ball on the ground, keep the clock running over and over. So that could have definitely
Classic Mario Cristobal game
exactly
plan.
exactly right. Maintain the lead, maintain control of the game.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but all in all, seems like a pretty solid offense. Carson Beck playing for UGA last year, he probably felt like he had to do make up a lot for the running game.
Hmm.
Mario Cristobal definitely paired him with a very very good supporting cast, um, and potentially we'll see Carson Beck shine more as he plays in his final season one more time before he heads to the league. So very
Hmm.
very to see how far this team could go. But all in all, a very very solid weekend performance.
Agree.
Um, yeah, so let's talk about on the other side of the ball. So you had CJ Carr, not a bad start for the redshirt freshman. I mean,
Hmm.
he had 221 yards, two touchdowns, and one interception. Decent stats, but really the thing that stuck out for him was his composure.
Yeah.
He really played with poise the whole game. With 10 minutes to go, 10 points down, he led two scoring drives, including the game tying touchdown run. It just showed me he's mentally tough, even in the toughest away game environment, in Miami Stadium. So um, I think this is something we shouldn't, overreact to, and that's Notre Dame's loss. I still feel like they have a pretty good chance to, you know, have a playoff berth. And they got a chance to, really get out the jinx and jitters of game one against a really,
Hmm.
really tough opponent. Um, Jeremiah Love, on the other hand, right? So for a preseason Heisman potential candidate, his usage was oddly low.
Yeah.
Even though he's a feature back on this team, he only had 10 carries and he only had 33 yards. He caught for 26 more, but it's not the production you expect from a Heisman hopeful, and it's not something you expect from him because of the season he had the year before. So very interesting to see if they're going to switch up the game plan and maybe run the ball more, utilize him more. But all in all, it was a pretty fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed. Yeah, that was a good Sunday game.